Live your life within the moment, moment. And don't go wait until the morning, morning. You never know when it is over, over. All that I know is we'll get older, older. So let us dance this side away. Our bodies move to the groove and the light that flickers. We get lost in the crowd, it's getting thicker. We get away from the drinks and chatter. Haven't said a word, but it doesn't matter. Till the air gets thinner. Standing in a blurry green. No one else can see us. Live your life within the moment, moment. And don't go wait until the morning, morning. You never know when it is over, over. All that I know is we'll get older, older. So let us dance this night away.
Flying into your home like a 1930s train wreck. From the brand new VNL 860 studios. Creating a community of friends and topic-based discussions. This is JJDrones Live.
I'm Karl Marx and I approve this message.
And it's JJDrones Live. Welcome to the train wreck. Thank everybody for coming in today. We have got baby girl Haley Johnson. We've got Ted from Off the Hook Outdoors. Cheesehead Media, Brian is in the house. We've got hunting and stuff, droning veteran. We've got Christian from Mainlight Drone. And Christian, you were first in the chat. I did see that. Thank you everybody for coming in today. It's going to be an interesting show. But first, if you would like to have one of your videos featured on my website, email me, Jason at JJDrones360.com. And for everything JJ Drones related, go to JJDrones360.com. And if you're going to use Amazon, why not use one of my Amazon links? Go to JJDrones360.com/Amazon1. And if you're going to submit a video for Blinker Flu of the Week, email Dan, droningveteran@gmail.com. He will be happy to take your submission, and our Spreadshirt shop is now open. It's jjdrones.myspreadshop.com. Don't forget that little dash in there. It has been one heck of a week, but we are here for your viewing enjoyment because as it is often said, and it's never duplicated because nobody would want to duplicate it, the train wreck is real. And today is absolutely zero exception to that rule. So, to join this train wreck, we're going to bring in the co-host of the show because I am just up a creek without a paddle. His name is Brian, and he is from Cheesehead Media. Welcome, Brian, to the show. And we have got the one, the only. He's a veteran and he flies drones. His name is Dan.
Where's the fight?
Hey, that hurt.
Where's the fight? There's a fight.
You hit Brian.
Well,
Then no longer.
I meant for you. My aim's off. It's been a minute. Oh, there we go.
There. Oh,
There we go.
oh.
Gotcha.
Could you do that a couple more times? My mouth isn't hurting quite enough. Hey, and Christian
Just drank
says,
some bunker fluid.
let's see here. Been following you in IB, Brian, and you have some really nice stuff. So thank you for that very much. And do you also have muffler bearing of the week? No, I think that's coming up next year. Muffler bearing of the week. And we're going to put Carl in charge of that one. Oh, he meant Instagram there, Brian.
Yeah.
But I also saw my dad in the chat. Thank you, Dad, for being here. But I've been sick all week, and now I've got this toothache that just started up last night, so everything is just going haywire on me. I think Haley's going to have to put me out to pasture, but we're not sure yet. We're going to have to see. My mom is here. Thank you so much for being here. And Paul is at the San Francisco airport, so I appreciate you being here, even though you're at the airport. Now, one thing
Hopefully
that we're going to...
you're not trying to go overseas.
No, he's not trying to go overseas. He's just trying to go over lakes.
Oh, over lakes.
Yeah.
That's just as bad.
But before we get into our Blinker Flu of the Week segment for this week, I just wanted to mention we've got Ted from Off the Hook Outdoors in here, and he actually has a new streaming service that he is a part of, and I'm just going to put the link for that up here. It's taao.live. That's taao.live. You can go to that website, or if you have Roku, just go to American Anglers Outdoors on Roku, and you will be able to see Ted on your TV. And there's a whole bunch of other channels, but the only one that really matters is Off the Hook Outdoors TV. And then you can watch him as he is making baits or any of his other videos that he has up there on YouTube. But now you can watch it as a 24-hour channel on your Roku device, or you can do it on your laptop. So that is taao.live, taao.live. And definitely go check it out. It's a new service for him, and it helps him out, and it also helps the people that are, distributing the all of the content that's coming from YouTube onto there. Helps them share their channels, so if you're interested in any of the other channels that are on there, you can check that out as well. So check that out, American Anglers Outdoors or taao.live. And this live stream is brought to you by Off the Hook Outdoors.
Yeah,
Sorry, Ted.
That's pretty cool. But, question though, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, Ted could answer, or you, maybe. I don't know if it's does it cost extra? What do you have to be subscribed to? I don't.
You don't have to be. You don't have to be subscribed to anything. You can check it out online, and just go to it. You just go to that website that I gave you, and it will take you right there.
Isn't there also a Roku channel for that as well?
Yeah, that's what I said. It's the Anglers Outdoors Network. Or American Anglers Outdoors. I'm sorry. American Anglers Outdoors. Let's see, Paul says, haha, funny, I'm a special commuter person. Now I can use your San Francisco to Dallas. Yeah, I was kind of surprised.
He's trying to get back to where he can play with guns.
Well, not only that, but so that he can pretty much be free to do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
How much is he paying you to spit out his name? We can't get into those details. But I can tell you right now that the check is huge. It's huge.
It's in the mail, though. Hasn't yet arrived.
No, it's coming with Dan's check. Hey, City
I sent
Sticker,
him
thank you so
mail,
much
like,
for coming in.
3 years ago.
Appreciate you being here. Today we're going to be talking about drones, and we're going to be talking about what drones are good for your channel. And
All of them?
well, other than all of them.
Oh. But I want 2 each.
Well, I didn't say I'm buying them for you, Dan.
I don't know. I thought there was that advert. You were talking about that Avada that was on sale last week. I thought I saw something that was coming to my mail to me.
Yes, and you were going to jiggle yourself out to get your Avada.
Oh, that's
In
right.
fact-
I forgot about that.
In fact, Brian was willing to share certain pictures to get said Avada.
Should I show one of those pictures right now?
Yeah, I think you should.
I already sent my money so that he wouldn't show it. Did you get it yet?
Well, he needs more money.
Oh,
He
Yeah.
obviously didn't get enough. Not a problem, Ted. And we're going to wait for Brian to put up his picture because he's trying to gain more money for his Avada.
Except for the fact I'm having issues out there. It is. The train wreck is happening.
I told you the train wreck was real, and you're seeing it firsthand. And this is why I don't delete any of the pictures that I upload to StreamYard until like much, much later on down the road.
There you go.
There you go. There's a train.
You said a picture. You never specified a what.
Hey, Explore with Drew, thank you so much for coming in, and I'm sorry that I missed your live stream, and definitely go and check out Explore with Drew's live stream that he did half an hour beforehand. He actually had Dan the Droning Veteran on there, so he brought down the quality of the show, but
I did probably quite a bit.
yeah, but Drew does a really good show, and so definitely check him out. He comes on at 6:30 East or 6:30 Central Time. So go check him out and then come on over here and get your dose of your weekly train wreck. But we are going to start with our Blinker Flu of the Week segment. And this Blinker Flu of the Week segment is minty toothpaste flavor. So you don't even have to brush your teeth after it. So, but it is Blinker Fluid of the Week. I'm getting pretty good at timing that.
It's a good tune.
It is. Number one.
Numeral uno.
Oh, what is this, Brian?
That's week 12.
Oh yeah. Okay, I was trying to remember what this was.
Am I having the wrong one?
No.
Okay.
Hey, look at that! I just got passed
Oh,
on the right
Numero-
side.
That wasn't
week 12.
that wasn't a passing lane?
No. I mean, it's a bike lane and a parking lane, and then they put these little islands in it so people don't do that. But apparently, that doesn't
but-
apply to him. But keep watching, because this guy's a real j-hole.
Hashtag winner.
Look, hey, we're just gonna
wow.
pass this red car right at the stoplight as well. You know, because we're special that way.
Got right in front.
You know, That whole
does a
one
beautiful
car
thing.
lane there, that just did awesome, didn't it?
I thought that's how you're supposed to drive.
Well, he is straddling the turn lane line.
He went straight.
Okay, this one's from Christian.
Oh, another one straddling the line.
Yep, straddling the line. Well,
Oh,
State police.
he's a state police officer.
He's allowed.
can't turn in his lane. Doesn't use a blinker.
What are blinkers? Hey, Robert Mack. Hi, you're Bexy. Thank you so much for coming in.
So that one there, that car, it literally looked like he turned in on me. I'd say he did. That's just my opinion. Good
Not
thing
only
he
that,
doesn't come in.
if you look as he's coming in, he almost hits that divider
the
there.
Median. Yeah, the
Yep.
divider. Pretty darn close.
Number 4. Another one from Christian. Oh, we got a double dose of Christian tonight.
What was that?
Oh,
Was that
we're
a
gonna.
flasher?
Yeah, it's a flasher.
You know, if you flash, you don't have to stop.
Exactly. And a bonus. Poll is coming up here shortly, Christian.
You know, this car creeping up on the right turn lane. Oh, never mind.
Oh, wow.
But then he almost takes out the other car.
He took off like a rocket, too. Wow. Another good week of Blinker for the Week from Dan the Droning Veteran. And we have got number 1, 2, 3, or 4 going up into the chat right now. Vote for your favorite 1, 2, 3, or 4. Or if you like the bonus, put hashtag bonus in the chat. Put hashtag bonus in the chat if you want to vote for the bonus video. But I'm pretty sure that I know the one is going to win. It's number 7.
Hashtag bonus.
Number 7 is going to win.
Yeah, probably
Are
7.
y'all confused now?
777.
If you're all not fully confused yet, thank you very much. 'Cause, I don't even know why I'm here today. I'm going to be honest. But I can tell you right now that...
Well, you're not sharing the drugs, so
no, I'm
I don't
not.
know why you're here either.
Yeah, well, over the next 2 weeks, I'm going to actually be at home. My truck is going to be going into the shop. There is a
Broke already?
leak. Yeah, well, there's a leak in the roof, and the only way that they can fix the leak in the roof is by tearing the entire thing apart. So they're going to have the roof off of my truck, and they're going to be changing out all of the panels in there because I think they believe as much as I do that there's mold growing up in there.
Well, you're doing better than me. I broke 3 Volvos in 3 days. Oh, no, it was 2 days.
Wow, that's quite the accomplishment, Dan.
Hey, I'm proud.
Well, let's go to Brian because he's never broken a Volvo in his life.
No.
But he is a photographer.
Yeah.
So if you're going to be doing a photography channel,
Mm-hmm.
and you're going to want to pick the best drone for your channel, what would be the best drone that you would pick?
If I could afford one, I would probably get a Mavic 3 Pro.
Okay.
Just to have the 3 lenses. However, to keep this just in a reasonable cost, the Air 3.
The Air 3, really?
Yeah.
So what if you were able to get something like a Mavic 2 Pro or a Mavic 2 Zoom at a reasonable price that was comparable to the Mavic 3 or the Mavic Air 3?
It's not. That's the problem.
Oh, okay.
Sensors are so much better than the Mavic 2s. The 166 millimeter, which is a zoom lens on it, it kind of limits you actually. If anyone that I thank mainly Drone for mentioning it, but anyone actually looks at my photography on Flickr, they realize that my preferred sweet spot is between about 60 and 80 millimeters. So that's 70 millimeter lens that's on the Air 3, and it was the second lens or the third camera that they added to the Mavic 3 Pro. Really is right where my wheelhouse is, and a lot of people's for that matter. So I really think that is the drone to go with. I mean, it's just the quality over the Mavic 2 is tremendous.
Okay, so are you the type that believes in ND filters, or are you a non-ND filter guy?
I shoot with ND polarized filters. So a polarizer will do a lot. An ND filter obviously cuts the amount of light coming in, but it can add a little bit of color to it. But the polarization really makes a lot of things pop. So,
okay. Now, do you shoot in D-Log?
Well, that'd be video.
Okay. So that I'm sorry. You shoot in RAW though.
Yes, absolutely.
And for the people that don't know the difference between RAW and JPEG, can you do a little explanation of that?
Sure. RAW just brings in more data. When you shoot JPEG, the camera will kind of decides what settings you are, what contrast needs to be, brightness, exposure. There just is, and all that, it just kind of bakes it in the image. When you shoot in RAW, you're literally shooting in pure data, and you can then adjust all those settings without any sort of quality loss at all to a point. Probably add 2 to 4 stops on exposure without much of a problem. You can adjust your color, all the colors, not just like a brightness setting or a contrast setting. You can just go in. If you want to move up just the blues, you could adjust just the blues. You know, if you want to adjust green, you adjust green. If for people who do video, it is kind of like shooting in log, but it gives you all the controls that you want. Using software like I use Adobe Lightroom, to me it goes back to using being in a dark room when I actually processed film, in which I can adjust all those settings when I was making a print. In the dark room, I'm doing electronically or digitally.
Okay.
So just instead of when we would shoot like slides or transparencies, it's just that's it. What you get is, or what you took is what you got, and that's kind of what a JPEG is. And you're letting the machine make those decisions, and that why.
So if let's say you're an unskilled photographer such as myself, how do you tell somebody that is not very skilled but wants to actually start getting into the photography? What if they're going in with the Mavic? Let's say they take your advice and they get the Mavic Air 3 and they go out there and they want to start shooting stuff. What advice do you give them when they're first starting?
Well, the first thing I would do is, instead of shooting in just straight RAW, every camera or every drone that I've ever owned gives you an option of shooting JPEG plus RAW. So it'll save the image in both file types. And by doing that, you can see what the automatic settings that the computer's deciding on, or that the Mavic's deciding on. And then using some sort of raw processing software, you can see what you come up with. maybe you're like, hey, I like that image, but once you start learning, and it takes a while to learn the software too, once you start learning, you're like, hey, I like the way, I like this, but I like punching up my saturation a little bit more than what most JPEGs do. That's just kind of my style. And you start comparing then the image that you made versus the image that is automatically generated for you. And it gives you a good starting point.
Now, Dan, I'm going to come back to you now because you have the DJI POS and you have the Avata. And so you have a little bit of experience with FPV knowledge. And you're much more skilled with it than I am. So why don't you tell everybody, why don't you first start off by saying what FPV drones are?
FPV drones are fast drone. I mean, you watch them with goggles, I guess. I don't know the best way to describe it other than, you can do flips. I've never done one. I want to, but then I think of how much money I have up in the air.
An FPV drone, I think the best way to describe it would probably be just that it is a faster, it's a more aerobatic, more cinematic type drone that you can use for different type video than you're going to do with a regular camera drone. Would you agree with something like that?
Yes, and you can get some amazing shots, especially if you integrate the two styles together.
Well, what does
which
FPV
I like
stand
to do.
for?
It's first person view,
Okay.
so it's basic. So it's from watching in the goggles. So I mean, you can hook the Mavic Pro 3. I don't know if you can. I mean, there is a way to hook the Mavic 2 Zoom and Pro together to goggles, but I don't know how to do it. That's way above my knowledge base. I want to do it though.
Well, the actual definition is an FPV drone is an unmanned aerial vehicle with a camera that wirelessly transmits video feed to Google's, a headset, a mobile device, or another display. Thank you, Ted, for giving us the definition. And
Non-drone.
And my dad uses JJDrones 360 as long as I don't hit his roof. And it does give the pilot the impression of being on the drone.
Your dad don't need to be worried about his roof. I don't think you ever hit the roof. It's the wires. You might take out your dad's power to his house.
I actually did hit the roof of his garage with the Mavic 2 Pro.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, that was the first time that I crashed it and sent it off to DJI. Not to mention the second time that I crashed.
Or the third. We're not keeping count.
Who's counting? Come on, Dan.
Yeah.
But no, the FPV drones are definitely a good way to get into the goggles. And DJI has actually made the goggles available for the Mini 3 Pro and for the Mavic 3 series. I've said that wrong, the Mini 4 Pro and the Mavic 3 series.
It's available for the Mini 3 Pro as well.
Okay, so you can actually fly a camera drone using the goggles, but I've done it once, and it's just the weirdest sensation ever because the only thing that you can use is the motion controller. You can't use the regular controller with the drone. So I've just completely not even tried it anymore because I don't like it.
Yeah, I wouldn't like the motion controller.
So if you're gonna do anything that you want high speed, low to the ground, if you're going to be doing any sort of tracking of, let's say you're going to go out and you're going to do a racetrack or something with cars, you're going to want FPV all the way. Dan?
I agree. Fast.
Brian?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, the FPV is definitely the way to go for speed.
Now,
Even
you don't
to get
have
around something standing still, something still, and to get a couple of the, you swoop around and get it, flying. I can't even think of what it's called. Anyways, when you're backing up, if you want to do it fast.
or a
with the
reveal
FPV,
shot?
Yeah, reveal shot. That's it.
Okay.
Well, it's another name, but you know what I mean. Jelly bean.
Hey, thanks for coming in, Robert Mack. I appreciate you being here. He's going to Saigon. That man is all over the world. And Christian is still flying his Mini too. But there's nothing wrong with that, Christian. But the biggest thing is with FPV is you have the opportunity to actually build your own. If you're so inclined, you can go out and you can buy all the parts. And if you have a 3D printer and something goes wrong with your drone and you need to replace it, you just 3D print your own stuff and replace it right then and there. There's no DJI Care Refresh or anything like that. You're going to have DJI components though, and that was one of the biggest things as to why I was opposed to legislation, is that DJI parts are in everything, including FPV drones. Because in order to get the drone to connect to the controller, most people are using FPV radios from DJI, especially if you're doing digital FPV versus analog. And then Brian looks like I'm talking Greek to him.
Not at all. Not at all. No, I follow that.
Okay.
It's just not. It's interesting. I'd like to play with it. It's just not something I want to invest money in, because I can just see it being another hole that I just keep tossing money in. So
Like a
I'm trying to stay away.
Like a certain JJDrones? Is that what you're saying?
Well,
Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying, Brian?
No,
Sounds like
I just have other priorities.
Oh, okay. Okay. No, Dan said it. Never mind. I'll
what
blame
did
Dan.
say?
Dan just said that you were saying it. So Dan's basically just saying that you were saying what I thought you were saying.
Mm-hmm.
And so now it's going back on Dan. So bad Dan. Bad Dan.
Yeah. The reason I'm staying away from the Avata is that Canon just announced the R5 Mark II and a new 24-105 lens.
You're gonna have to pull that out.
Oh,
But can it go like 40 plus miles an hour?
Who builds that?
the R5?
Yeah.
That's Canon.
Oh, Canon.
Yes.
So it's a camera. It's not a drone.
Yes, it is.
Okay, gotcha. Because we were talking drones, and now you got me all confused.
That's not that hard, but yeah. No, like I said, the reason I am staying away from buying an Avata is that there's just other things that I want.
Okay. Well, and we've got Dan and I are both using the Sony ZV-E10. And there's the body of your new camera that you want.
Yes.
The Canons are too rich for our bloods.
Yes, we have to stay with Sony.
Sony makes some great equipment, but you're not using their mirrorless stuff, like the nice mirrorless stuff. So, why do I keep trying to click on the picture on the chair instead of the actual real one? Because I'm not paying attention. There we go. What really makes this nice is this little red stripe around the lens.
Oh.
Just add zeros when you see the red stripe.
Is that like the stop sign that nobody stops at?
Right.
Yeah, kind of like that. It should say stop. You shouldn't be buying this. Yeah.
Do they have the price out for that yet?
Yes, it is. Roughly, I know the original R5 with that lens together is about $3,800.
2.5 of autos.
Yeah, something like that, or a Mavic 3 Pro.
Right. But would you rather have that over a Mavic 3 Pro, really?
Absolutely.
Wow. Dan, your thoughts?
The pretty red stripe. The problem that Canon did is that they actually changed the mount on the R series, so all my EF mount lenses won't work anymore. Thanks, Canon.
Yeah, I would say I would take the Mavic 3.
Yeah, I would take the Mavic 3. Now, Paul wanted me to share with you, you said that he was going to Texas for the guns. He's also going to Texas for, apparently that's outside his house. Pretty nice.
Where's the pull part? When's the invite coming, Paul?
We're going to have a fly-in down at Paul's house. We're getting that all set up. Okay, so when I started flying drones, I started off with the Mavic Air 2, which is the predecessor to the Mavic Air 3 that Brian was talking about. And the Mavic Air 2 was a good little drone. In fact, Dan, you and we flew that together, if you remember.
Yes.
And you were pretty impressed with that drone.
I was a little nervous.
Yeah? Why were you nervous, Dan?
Well, I really wasn't, but
yeah, but we were doing something a little goofy with it, weren't we?
Yes, we was.
And so the nice thing about
you were.
Oh.
Let's correct that. Yeah.
Yeah, I was.
I was just your eyes on the ground.
Now, the interesting thing is with the Mavic Air 2, it was a really good drone. It was a little bit bigger than the Mini, but not as big as the Mavic 2 Pro. I think that would probably be the best way to describe the size of it. And I'm trying to find... Okay, here we go. Let's just... for those of you that didn't get to watch this, when... oops, wrong button. For those of you that weren't able to watch this video with Dan and I, there it is. Share the screen. So here's what we're going to do. Dan's going to show you what we have over here. We have a bridge with a river running through it.
Yes, it was so
And
scary.
I turned off all of the obstacle avoidance. And there is water. And then there's this swing here. And then
What
there's
could go wrong?
Trees on the other end. Nothing could go wrong there. Especially seeing as how I'm the one piloting it. Nothing can go wrong.
Nope. And I'm sitting on the other side of up above going, where are you at? Whoa. Then I see it swimming along.
Yep. So if you want to watch that video, you're gonna have to go back into the archives and find that video. But that was all filmed with the Mavic Air 2, and we had a lot of fun that day.
It was a lot of fun.
But so the Mavic Air 2 is great for the camera was good, but it wasn't quite as good as the Mavic 2 Pro, because that Mavic 2 Pro had that huge 1-inch sensor on it. Right, Brian?
Yeah, it did. Yeah. The Mavic 2 Pro, I mean, you had the Mavic 2 Pro, and you had the Mavic 2 Zoom. And if you got the Pro, you got the big sensor. If you got the Zoom, it was a smaller sensor, but you had the zoom lens on it. So it was a give and take. And that's the one thing right now that your Mavic has that I'm a little jealous of. I wish I had a full 1-inch sensor.
No, I've got the Mavic.
70mm.
No, I've got the
your
Mavic 2
Mavic
Pro.
3.
And Dan has the Mavic 2 Zoom. But the Mavic 3 Classic, that also has the 1-inch sensor on it that you wish that you had.
Yes. Okay. However it all works.
So we're talking about now the price points on the Mavic 2 Pro and the Mavic 2 Zoom and the Mavic 3 Classic. You're looking at right around $2,200 to $2,500 for each one of those drones. Now, if you're going to go with a used Mini 2, you could probably find one cheap for like around $500. I think you can buy them brand new on DJI's website for about $500.
I thought they were even less than that at this point.
Okay, we're going to have Brian check that price real quick. But
And you can't even get the Mavic 2s anymore.
No? Okay.
Those are gone.
Hey, Jeremy, thank you so much for coming in. He says he's just home from a golf course, just helped out at the golf course in the neighborhood. Very, very nice.
Yeah,
and,
the DJI Mini 2 SE Flymore combo, $449.
Okay, so if you want a Mini 2 Flymore combo, you can get it for $449. Now, the only thing that you're missing with the Mini 2 really is the obstacle avoidance. You get absolutely zero obstacle avoidance on the Mini 2. Now, if you're going with the Mini 3, you can get pretty much the same thing as the Mini 2, only you have obstacle avoidance, I believe. What is it, Brian? Front and back? Or up and down?
For the Mini 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's front and back and bottom.
Okay.
But the front is... It's pretty... It's not just forward. It does a pretty good up above as well. I'd say it'd be almost a full half a sphere in front of it.
Okay.
So it does a really, really good job. I'm quite impressed by how good it does for not having side sensors to it.
Your Bexy says, I really wish Parrot would re-enter the consumer drone market and bring out an AFI 2. The Parrot commercial drones are right out of my price range, and that's a huge deterrent, your Bexy, of people actually buying drones is the price. And I honestly believe Autel is more expensive than DJI, and I believe that the quality of their products are not as good as DJI's. I don't think you get the same amount of features, the same amount of support in Autel that you get from DJI. But I'm saying that biased, and I'm going to just say that I'm biased with it now because I've never owned an Autel product, so I can't tell you for sure whether or not their support or the devices are better or worse or otherwise. I just know that what I've seen from the reviews, and I was more than happy to have DJI versus Autel. But the Mini 4 Pro, if you go back and you watch any of my videos that I've done for the reviews of the Mini 4 Pro, in fact, just the other day, I ran a video of doing waypoints. Yeah. And I did the waypoints all throughout the afternoon. And then I actually ended up going at the same place at night, and the winds picked up throughout the day, if you can believe that. And because the winds picked up, it made things very, very interesting flying the drone. It almost didn't want to fly. But as you'll be able to see here in this clip, oops, sorry guys. As you'll be able to see here in this clip from that video, it was windy as heck, but the drone was still flying. Unbelievable, guys. Hang on. Before we land it, look at how much that drone is just shaking in the air. I mean, this wind is brutal for this little guy. So I'm gonna have to check the UAV forecast when we get in the house. And
Just
they'll
waiting
tell
for
you
that
exactly
strobe to
what
fly
kind of
out there,
winds
huh?
we're dealing with. Right? I'm gonna land this little guy on the bed of the truck, get the winds from the UAV forecast, and then we'll talk about it when I get back in the house. So stay with me. Okay guys, so we're back inside the house, and I did look up at UAV forecast, and looking on their app, it actually shows, and you can see right here, that the winds were gusting up to 19 miles an hour. And I completely disagree with UAV forecast. I do believe that it was even windier, and everybody knows that flies a drone that the winds up in the upper air is going to be stronger than the air that's on the ground. So I honestly think that they were right around 25, 30 miles an hour. Let's see here. Your Bexy said, I really messed up a waypoint mission last year. Extra 0, so I actually sent it up to 3,000 feet. That's part of my fight plan. That is, yeah, that would be a good thing to double check, your Bexy. That would be really, really bad. Hey, and we got TJ.
What up?
Hey,
What
TJ.
of you?
What's
What's up,
happening?
TJ?
What's going on with y'all?
Not too much, man. We're just talking about drones, and your favorite drone to do videos with, I would just have to assume is your Avata.
Avada!
Avada!
That's right. I actually just put a new video. We were down at we were in Miami yesterday. We were down at Bayside, and they got this huge Ferris wheel, and like we were trying to take some sunrise shots, but the sun wasn't really happening for us. But you know, it was pretty good day yesterday. I got a shot of the Ferris wheel, then I took a video with the Air 2S I was coming down, and then like I had the camera like pointing down, then I pointed it up, and like so it looked like the Ferris wheel was spinning. I don't know. I was just trying to do something cool, so I posted a video on my channel. I don't know how to share screen on StreamYard here. I could do it on Zoom, but I don't know how to do it on StreamYard. So
well, not to worry, TJ. I am looking it up right now. But so you said that you were doing the Air 2S.
yeah.
So
I was gonna fly the Avata, but I was kind of skeptical about it. There wasn't really much. Well, there was, but you know, I don't know. I was kind of about it. So I brought the Avata with me. Then I brought my Air 2S, and I also brought my Mini 2. I bring all my drones with me, like every time I go flying. So I'm actually charging my batteries now.
So here is TJ's. Here's TJ's video from his trip down there in Miami.
It's like a minute, and it's like not too long.
And again, this is the Mavic Air 2S.
It's a cool shot.
nice, TJ.
Thank you.
So
Yeah,
that,
It does look like it's
Yeah,
rotating
that's like
too.
one
It
of the-
does.
That's like
Yeah.
one of the biggest. That's like one of the biggest Ferris wheels in. Well, that's the only one that I know of in Florida, in downtown Miami. So
that was a beautiful shot. The only thing that I'm going to challenge you next time is go to that train bridge, because that thing looked freaking cool, dude.
oh hell yeah, there's a place in Jupiter that a buddy of mine that I'm gonna go check out tomorrow. A buddy of mine had recommended it to me. Where is it? Where he said it was somewhere in Jupiter. I forgot what the name of the dang place is.
Uranus?
Something.
Uranus?
It's like it's like a reserve somewhere. So it's like something reserves. So
Okay.
we're gonna go. Me and a buddy of mine are gonna go check that out tomorrow. So
And Nanette, thank you so much for coming in. So I guess what it boils down to is it all depends on what you're trying to do with your channel. If you're trying to do a whole bunch of pictures, go with Brian's choice, which would be the Air 3S, right?
No, just an Air 3. They haven't
Or
come
just
out
the
with
Air
that.
3. Okay.
Yep.
So if you go with the Mavic Air 3, you're going to get a good camera that is right in the sweet spot for most photographers. And what was the price point on that, Brian?
I think it starts at. No, actually, I'm looking at the website right now. It just the drone and the basic controller starts at $1,099.
So for less than the cost of one of Brian's Canons, you can get yourself.
For less than the
Get
cost of one of the
3.
lenses.
And so if you're going to do something fun and original, and you're just going to be flying around and flying over water and letting your drone get a bath, Dan, you're going to choose the Avata, right?
I'm thirsty. You know, sometimes you get thirsty while you're flying.
Right. And there's his Air 3 or his Air 3. Yeah, Mavic 3 Air or Air 3.
Yes. Yes.
What?
Mavic Air 3.
It's not.
Yes.
No, they dropped the Mavic name, so it's just known as a DJI Air 3 now.
Oh, okay. So it's not part of the Mavic series. It's just an Air 3.
Yeah, it's the same thing with the minis. The minis
Yep.
dropped the Mavic name as
Yep.
well.
So, Dan, would you recommend the DJI POS to anybody?
It's a fun drone, and it does have a good camera. But I think the Avata would be better.
Okay, so the Avata is, I definitely agree with you. The Avata is better. I've flown the FPV once, and, that one was kind of difficult to kind of get a hang of. But the first time that I flew the Avata, I was hooked, like right now.
And I could never get bored with that drone. That drone is so much fun to fly. I love flying it.
Now, if you do have the money, and you're not afraid to spend a couple $1,000, and you want the biggest, baddest drone that DJI has, go get a Matrice.
Oh yeah, the Matrice. Yeah. Oh my god.
But you're gonna be talking
Crazy.
like $15,000 or whatever. And then if you're gonna go a step down from that, get the Mavic 3.
Pocket change.
The Mavic 3 Pro. Dan said that he's
Dude,
getting me a Matrice for Christmas this year, so I can't wait.
When it comes to photography and videography, really the king of the hill right now is the Inspire 3.
The Inspire 3, huh?
Yep. Yeah, it beats out the Matrice is that platform's becoming more for like the drone delivery service that they have that's not here yet, and other things. It's more of a truck, an aerial truck is the best way to describe it, and they're turning the Inspire into their photography platform. Yeah,
there you go, your Bexy. There's the answer to your question.
So, and the Inspire 3, it's only a low price of $16,500 right now.
Oh, it's only 16.5? See, Dan, you can get me the Inspire instead of the Matrice. There you go. I think that's fair.
I will have the picture in the mail shortly.
She says, or they say that cops here use the Matrice works in all weather, and that is absolutely true. The Matrice is the basically sport utility vehicle of the drone world, I believe.
So
Yeah,
is it waterproof or water resistant? No.
It has
You can fly it
some-
in the rain.
Oh.
And the Matrice platform now is the one that has like your thermal imaging cameras and stuff on it,
Right.
and that sort of thing. Whereas if you want like multiple, like put cinematic lenses on it and stuff, that's where you go with the Inspire.
Right. And then
That's interesting.
I
Never knew
think
you
that
could fly.
I think the drone that is worth every single penny that you pay for it is the Mini 4 Pro. I have been impressed with that drone day in and day out. It has done everything that I've ever asked it to. And you really can't beat the drone and what it's able to do. Now, I don't know what people are, using for the drone for their channel for. But if you're looking for a drone that's going to track you while you're walking, it's going to do that in spades. If you're going to look for a drone that's going to do all the automated features, it's going to do it in spades. If you're looking for a drone that's going to do waypoints, it's got you covered. Even in, I would say, up to 30-mile-an-hour winds. I mean, I don't suggest doing it on a regular basis because you may end up losing it because I was sweating it the entire time I was flying that drone. But it'll do everything that you asked it to and more. So
Now, yeah, the Mini 4. Now, I've only flown yours, and I haven't flown it since the updates, the latest updates, obviously.
right.
But the Mini 4 is actually the first mini drone that I really want to get in my hands.
Yeah, that
So
drone.
I want to add it to the fleet.
That drone is definitely worth the price that they. Here's the thing, okay? You can go out there and you can get the Mavic 3 Classic or you can get the Mavic 3 Pro, and you can get all of the software that goes in those big flagship drones into that Mini 4 drone. In fact, you get more features because you get the ability to use the little trackpad thing to move it around you while you're walking, and now you have the option of having it do that manual or automatically while you're walking. So they actually have more technology in the Mini 4 drone than they have in the Mavic 3 series drones.
I mean, honestly, the only thing probably stopping me from getting the Mini 4 is what the wife would buy for me getting the Mini 4.
Just so you know, all those same tracking features are now available in the Air 3.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
wow. So you could actually get it, and the Air 3 is cheaper than the Mini 4?
No, it definitely costs more because you're spending more on that second camera.
Oh, okay.
That's really the price of the Air 3 is having 2 cameras on it, more than anything.
Your Bexy wants to know if any of us have built a drone.
No.
Well,
I want to.
I was just about to answer that. Like, I know a lot of people that build FPV drones. Like, they have the I think it's like the no, it's not carbon fiber, but it's like what is it? Like metal carbon fiber or something like that. They have the what the heck is it? Like they have the frame, and then they just have to put all the components and everything on there and weld all the pieces there and everything, and it seems.
Well, guys, we're getting to the end of our hour. So the first thing, yep, it's hard to believe, isn't it? So what I need to do is I need to get back to our live stream and see who the winner of tonight's Blinker Fluid of the Week is.
I know it's not the bonus.
Are you sure, Dan?
I'm pretty sure.
All right. Well, we're going to find out for sure here in just a second.
Pretty sure it came in last place.
But while I am pulling that up, Paul sent a video for everybody. So let's see what Paul had to say.
Yo, JJDrones crowd. My plane's here, so I gotta fly. Everybody's got an invite. I got plenty of space.
Does he know what he just opened himself up to?
I'm sure that he did. So,
If not, he's going to find out.
so Dan, how many votes do we have for bonus?
Just a second. Let me. Oh, look, we got one.
So we have one vote.
Oh, I lost audio.
Blinker fluid of week is number 2. Number 2 is the winner of the minty toothpaste.
That was Christian's video, right?
And Christian.
Yep, that would be Christian. So congratulations, Christian. Keep those videos coming in. And because I would love to stay and I would love to stay and continue this conversation about drones, but take the information that we gave you tonight and use that for your channel. I hope that we gave you more information and didn't confuse you more. And if you ever have any questions, email me, Jason at JJDrones360.com, and I'll give you Dan's phone number. All right. Mm-hmm. So, so I give everybody a chance to give your last words for the night. So, TJ, you're up first.
All right. Well, I just want to say thanks for letting me come on and hang out with you cool people. Always good time hanging out with you guys. And, man, Jason, if you can, or if you can't, one way or the other, I'd really like you to come down for the South Florida drone meetup, man. You'd have a great time.
I know I would have a great time. I wish I could fit it in the schedule. We just got so much stuff going on right now, buddy. If there's any way that we could do like a video chat or something like that while you're down there, I'd love to be
most
included.
Definitely.
Dan?
Well, have a great week. Be safe out there. And send vibes to my wife that Dan needs a Mini 4 Pro.
Brian.
It doesn't matter what drone you get, whether it be the Mini 3, Mini 4, Air 3, Mavic 3. You're going to have a good time with it. Just dive in, that's it. Just dive in, get one, and you will never regret it.
Get any drone you want, except for a Holy Stone.
There you go. Hey, yeah, there you go. Drop the mic on that one. Well, everybody,
that was pretty funny.
I honest to God didn't think that and Brian can vouch for me on this one. I didn't think that I was even going to do the live stream tonight the way that I was feeling, but you know what? I'm glad that I did. I love being in here with Brian and Dan and TJ. And TJ, thank you so much for becoming a very, very special part of the program. We enjoy having you on here.
Thank you.
But everybody, this has been an amazing week. I appreciate everybody for being here tonight. Remember to go check out Ted on Roku or to his the website. What was it? There it is. TAAO.live. TAAO.live or American Anglers Outdoors on Roku. I appreciate all of you for coming along for this ride with all of us. and we'll see you later on down the road. Bye, everybody.
Bye.